And we are back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages. It is me, Dukect Lounge, back with you once again. Hopefully you're feeling good. I am feeling really good. Oh, wow, man. Let's start off with this big review of AEW Full Gear. Okay, let's get this one right out of the way. I believe this was the first match. I'm just gonna share this thing. And here we are. The Factory versus the Best Friends, Orange Cassidy and the very evil, very mysterious partner, and Rock Romero. Fun little 5-man tag, 10-man tag or whatever. Fun match. Lee, just doing really well. I love his. I think he fits Factory well, and I can't wait to see Big Shotty Lee. I can't wait. Lee Johnson. I can't wait to see him being used more, because I think more. He felt more of a heel, and I think he's gonna really explode with the Factory. And with that type of build up there, I think he's gonna be really good. Because I think his character does have more healer side to him in the Factory. Him appearing with the Factory, pretty much, it fits good and everything. So it was fun seeing that evil version of Danhausen shows up, take out everybody. It was nice, a nice little, good little warm match. Next, though, this was actually, really good. Just get this one here. The next match, Brian Cage versus Ricky Starks. Good stuff here. Got the crowd excited. I really wish this was on Rampage and such, like instead of, here. But overall, I really did like this match. Both men have really good chemistry. Both men did a really good. I did like the, Brian Cage, again proving that how athletic he is, and Ricky Starks fighting like that, that historic baby face and such, that in peril, like he was choke slammed multiple, taken out by Lance Archer, but now he's like again, but he's fighting again, injured and everything else, but he picks up the big victory against Brian Cage. I would give it say a 7 out of 10. Good stuff here, fun match. I wouldn't mind this. These guys go again. I think these two will do a great job, and I can't wait to see Ethan Page versus Ricky Starks. I think that's gonna be a very interesting match coming tomorrow night. And then we get to, honestly, you want to talk about a great start to the show, ladies and gentlemen. You want to talk about that? Let's talk about this match here. Oh boy, this one right here. Man, these two, ladies and gentlemen, man, talk about just great action. I know it's not much. You're like, oh, wow. Did I show my screen? I'm sharing the screen here. I didn't mean to do that. Let me just share the screen here. There we are. Boom. These two right here. I did not expect much, but man, these two went at it. The emotion, all of this here, just back and forth, exploders, tits, just chops, all of it basically based on the King's Road, which, there's a YouTube series Eddie Kingston talks about. I got to check that out. I mean, why not? Over Thanksgiving weekend and everything. Jay Akiyama and Eddie Kingston, great chemistry. I hope these two go at it again. Just really good stuff here. And after the match, Eddie Kingston felt like he's clear and focused and he's ready to go for that world title, regardless who gets it. And I can't wait for the Eddie Kingston agenda. I'm pushing forward for him having. I don't care if it's one day or forever in a day. This man needs that AEW world title run. I am for it. Let's do it. I'm for Eddie Kingston getting that world title match. All right. But I'll give this like an 8 out of 10. Great stuff here. And I loved every second of it. That's good. Let's go. All right. AEW Full Gear, the entire pay-per-view. Let's start off with the big one. Let's start off with the biggest one here. Yes, let's start with the big match of Jungle Boy Jack Perry versus Luchasaurus in a steel cage, opening the match. Holy crap. I love this match. This was a great opening match and a great coming out party for Jungle Boy or Jungle Man you can have. Yes, and Luchasaurus just both had this great chemistry. These two, great chemistry. You know the whole tagline, a little bit of a I think the old WF house tagline saying best friends, better enemies. I think it tagline fits both of these two very well. And I think it just fits very well with those two. And I mean, that's what it feels like when I look at these two. The best friends, bitter enemies. These two really, really did a great job. They're bloody, violent. Jack Perry, stand up. Best part, Christian, sneak off with the key like it's the sneak man. Just swoop perfectly. Open the cage door to get all the plunder in. And honestly, I loved that. I was like, yes, I love it. It was really good. And I thought that it felt really good to really get the, crowd getting excited. The best moment was, I believe, probably just going to be replayed from everywhere. It's at that table spot. It could have gone worse, but I think it fit in perfectly. Didn't get it all the way, but it got him perfectly there. And Jack Perry just hitting the snare trap and just making this black blood coming out of Luchasaurus. Pick up the victory, and that's it. But then again, the record is 1-1 as Luchasaurus did pick up the victory there. So is the feud over? Who knows? Who knows? As Christian is still there, and he wants that match with Christian. So Luchasaurus, I think this thing is going to continue on with the added gimmick. Maybe another gimmick match. Not just a steel cage. Maybe last person standing. And the winner of that. By the way, Jack gets Christian. Jack Perry gets Christian. But I do like the fact that in both Full Gears, last year and this year, Jack Perry continued to take steps. Him with that great false count anywhere with the super click, that was really good. And Jack Perry taking steps to get to that position. I do like the fact he keeps growing. And I would not be surprised, ladies and gentlemen. Full Gear, I'm going to mark this down. Mark it down, ladies and gentlemen. I'm making this a prediction right now. Jack Perry will win the AEW World Championship at Full Gear 2023. That's what I believe. A full year of what the champion is, Full Gear, Jack Perry wins because he seems to come out at Full Gear. You build him up that way. Next up is the Death Triangle versus the Elite, and man, that entrance, great entrance, great way to get everybody into it with the Elite and Wayward Sons, and that was really good to really bring that the Elite, and also the Foxy and Punk chant, which is hilarious, and good stuff there. Oh gosh, no, I don't really care if this is not professional. Look, it's there, and you can't just deny it or whatever. I mean, you can't really deny that stuff. But anyway, the trios match, I did like the story being told that, Phoenix, like, okay, you're not going to use the hammer, doesn't. But then, wham! Penta was okay with the hammer, distracting referee and everything. But then, later, and then bam, at the end of the match, which was, really good. Both teams, great chemistry. Lucha Brothers and Young Bucks are great. Pac and Kenny are great. These teams are great. And then, I love the fact that, the hammer right down to the head of Kenny Omega, picking up the victory. Phoenix looking just so shocked and humbled. But then hopefully this story will bring out, and I don't know what it's going to be about, but, then again, having the 7-match series, which I wish it was just a best of 3, I think it would have been a lot better. Consolidate that, man. You don't need that much stuff. Trust me. I think the world would be a little bit better if you just shorten that stuff out. But hey, I could be wrong. Anyway, we get into the next match up. Is Jade Cargill versus the TBS champion versus the false TBS champion. I just like the entrances of both. The low rider from Nyla Rose and Jade Cargill with the Chitara gear and such, which is probably the best use of Thundercats IP in such a long while. And it was a match. It was a match. There was some some stuff there. Heel versus heel. Nyla Rose getting Jade Cargill picking up Nyla Rose with the Beast Bomb was impressive. They did some finishing trade-offs. But in the end, Jade Cargill picked up the victory. I give this like a 5 out of 10. By the way, Jack Parrott I give this a 9 for Luchasaurus and Steel Cage, an 8 for Death Triangle and the Elite, and I give this a 5 out of 10 for now. Just for that, I would give it a 6 because it bumps up a bit for the nice ending sequence there. And then you get the Ring of Honor World Championship matches. Danielson and Colin Castagnoli, Sammy Guevara in his Hercule outfit, which is just, I wish Chaozu was come out of the TV and just beat him down. I would pay money for that. And the Ring of Honor World Heavyweight Champion Chris Jericho, the Ocho, in this great 4-man match. Danielson, Castagnoli, great stuff there. Jericho and Guevara, good stuff there as well. They were good. I like the fact they were fighting. I love the fact Sammy Guevara was like teasing it, like, "Oh, okay, I'm going," and then hug Chris Jericho, say it's all right, it's all good, and then wham hits the GTH and gets a nice like 450, a shooting star press. Looked like it was gonna win, and no, pick out, which would have been very interesting. But here it is. It was just Jericho picking up the victory after Claudio, he's going to do the string and then leaping, with the, Judas effect, not once, but then another one twice, picks up the big victory and retains as he continues to be the Ocho. It's Chris Jericho. And I can't wait. That was a great little, showcase and stuff. Ring of Honor. And this hopefully this will be the last time the ROH title will be on it. Hopefully after Final Battle, we have a TV deal. They can show that stuff up and have better, talent and everything else there. Next up is Dr. Britt Baker versus, Saraya. This was a very emotional match. People were like, this was just pure emotion. The two wrestlers have some chemistry. If a story about Saraya's neck and she had it no longer, and then she's fine. She's joking with Britt, like trying to get like that whole thing. So getting in Britt's head. I can't wait to see her get out the ring rust. She did some good stuff in there, some good moves. Britt Baker did some stuff there. Saraya did some good stuff as well. Good back and forth. Saraya did have some, a little bit botched, but I'll give a pass because it was the first match in 5 years, and it's big. Heck, they could have just put a tag match here. They could have done a tag match. It's bold for them to do this. They could have had her like a tag match, saying, have Willow Nightingale and Rebel and Britt Baker versus Saraya and Willow Nightingale, which I wouldn't mind, or someone like that. That could have easily got her into it and do some tag matches here, and then eventually build up to the singles match at maybe at Revolution or at Double or Nothing, that sort of thing. Like saying, that sort of stuff. You could build up that way. But hey, Saraya gets a victory, a first victory for the longest time, first match in 5 years, a first big victory, huge victory in 5 years as well. Give this like a 7 out of 10. Because again, the motion and everything surrounding this match, and I really did love it. I did like, and hopefully this is the new career resurgence for Saraya. I'm rooting for her. Next up is the TNT Championship match, a 3-way for the ROH World Television Champion Samoa Joe, TNT Champion Wardlow, and Powerhouse Hobbs. I thought Hobbs was gonna win it, and he looked pretty good. Hobbs looking good. Wardlow doing a whisper in the wind, just knocking all of them down. Like, holy crap, that is amazing. Like, oh yeah, Wardlow could do these things. Just like I'm watching this stuff when he's doing this stuff with Brian Cage, and just these guys. Oh yeah, they could be this big, do this big stuff. It's crazy. It's absolutely insane. You know, like what is this? What is that? That's to me insane. It's insanity to me. Anyway, these two, like Powerhouse taking out Samoa Joe, running at him and just taking it out that way. Then you just look like it was Hobbs and Wardlow going at it. Then Wardlow powerbombing Hobbs multiple times. It looked like it's over. Then bam, Wardlow gets hit with the TNT Championship by Samoa Joe. Yeah, the match was a little too short, but in the end, Joe wins. And I was like, 7 out of 10. I wanted to be more of I wanted more, but it was like, yeah, I expect Final Battle. I think Wardlow beats Joe for it, and then they do a nice little one champs for the finish. Wardlow versus Joe at Final Battle for the TV Championship. Then he gets the TNT title. It's just like, we could build it up. Looks like we're gonna, that sort of thing. Or maybe Powerhouse Hobbs will take that TV championship. Maybe it could be like that WrestleMania 16 thing where Joe and Hobbs and Hobbs and Wardlow get respective belts. The ROH championship goes to Hobbs, and Wardlow gets the TNT championship back, and Joe gets nothing. So maybe they're building that up, that sort of thing. I can't wait to see that. That'd be interesting to see. Next up is the no contest, no disqualification, Sting and Darby Allin taking on Jeff Jarrett and Jay Lethal. And oh my goodness, I didn't know what to expect from this match, but man, I am happy I saw it. Who would have thought Jeff Jarrett would be in an AEW ring? I didn't see it. But yeah, it was a fun match. Both teams have good chemistry. I like the fact that even though it was a no disqualification match, they still had to respect tags. They had to tag people in and out. It's hilarious. And, Darby Allin moving around, Sting hiding behind that Sting mask, which is hilarious. Jarrett, with the guitar, just knocking down Darby. You'll have him, Saturn Singh catching Darby and just tossing him around, choke slamming Sting. Sting doing another crazy dive. Jay Lethal doing some good stuff as well. At the end of the day, well, not surprisingly, Sting and Darby Allin pick up the big victory. And honestly, when are they going to get that tag team title runs, man? I'm just waiting. I can't wait for seeing that. Next up, speaking of tag championships, let's talk about the tag team title match, AEW World Tag Team Champions match, as the Acclaimed take on Swerve and Our Glory. And man, this was a fun match. Both teams are good chemistry. The action was good. The fighting was on point. And I love Swerve's psychotic way of getting the championship. Doing everything he could to legitimately do this for his team, and Keith Lee not really saying this is not the way to do it. Heck, getting the pliers, and then just like he's about to do it, and then bam, he slapped him down, and they're like, no, we're not doing this. I know I am the cheat code. I could win this match by ourselves. We're great, and then Swerve slaps him, and then he says, okay, you know what, screw this, and leaves, and the Acclaimed pick up the victory in pretty much a handicap match as they retain in a fun match. I give this an 8 out of 10. Great stuff. I love this match. Next is actually the winter. I'm calling this AEW Women's Champion. Screw Tony Khan. Tony Storm and Jamie Hayter, my match of the night, and it is my match of the night. I would say that, but I mean, I think the steel cage match edges it, but this comes really close. Tony Storm and Jay Hayter, not just great stuff overall. Both of these ladies have great chemistry with each other. Their action was on point. Tony Storm getting like her nose busted, still coming back from multiple things, showing that babyface fire. The stuff that I like every time I look at this, and it's like this is the same woman who was looked like a year ago around this time was looking like a punk to Charlotte Flair, and I'm like, look at this. This is Tony Storm fighting like this right here. This is what people wanted to see from Tony Storm, and she has performed so admirably. I love this from her, and I can't wait to see more and to have this Tomb of Reign. Hopefully, this is not the last time we see her holding a championship belt. Hopefully, next year she gets a kick-ass reign because she proved herself worthy for having a long, she needs a long time with that strap with multiple opponents. She's great and such. And Jamie Hayter, what do you say? The haters are gonna hate, but there's no haters in that. There's no haters around for Jamie. She did some great stuff. Her power, her strength, and everything, and with the help of Rebel and Dr. Britt Baker, it took everything to knock down Tony Storm, but it happened. Jamie Hayter picks up the victory. Crowd loving it. Everyone loves her. And honestly, I can't wait for the heartbreak when Britt Baker, turns on her for the championship. But overall, I did enjoy this match. 9 out of 10, just really good stuff here. I want the rematch, and I want the rematch of this match. Winter is coming. We need a rematch. Like, give these ladies, or maybe New Year's Smash. Give these ladies maybe put it in a steel cage. Put this match in some type of make it a ladder match. Make it a lights out match. I want to see more of these two. I can't wait to see more of these two. I love this match. I love these two wrestlers right here. So I can't wait to see more of that. And then we get to our main event, Moxley versus MJF for the World Heavyweight Championship. And man, this was actually really good. The MJF really doing this full babyface stuff and trying to say he's the devil. Moxley's like, man, he ain't the devil. He knows the devil. He ain't him. And yeah, Moxley got booed out in the arena and such. But he rolled with it. He just said, F it, fine. And just beat the crap out of MJF. MJF kept having host spots, building himself up, messing his leg up in the end, getting power driven through a table, still getting back into the ring, showing all this stuff out. Was really good, really high emotional. And then you have, William Regal show up, tossing that, still the saying, no, Max, you're not using that diamond ring. You're not going to use it. Stop it. And then he tosses the brass knucks of power to punch, knocks out Mox, picks up the victory, and becomes the brand new AEW World Champion, the youngest AEW World Champion. In fact, I think he's the youngest North American champion in pro wrestling right now. A world champion right now. There's a lot of old guys holding the belt, but MJF is holding a big one, and he's only 26 years old. So that is a game changer as well. So, yeah, I give this match a 8 out of 10 as well. Great stuff. Both guys had great chemistry. The emotion was great, and the ending really fits the character, and I can't wait to see the explanation with MJF and William Regal. Anyway, overall, I love this pay-per-view. There are some stuff there like, you're right. You know what? I think the triple threat match could have been a little bit longer. I think that the TBS Championship, maybe if it was a hardcore match, I think it could have been really good, maybe a lot better. But overall, I really enjoyed this pay-per-view. I give this pay-per-view a whole, an 8 out of 10. Great stuff, and I can't wait to see the stuff that comes out of it. I can't wait to see the Death Triangle Elite 7-match series. I can't wait to see where Jungle Boy takes Luchasaurus up. I can't wait to see what's the aftermath of the Swords of Our Glory. Who's up next for the Acclaimed? What is going to happen this time? But who's Jamie Hayter? What are they going to do? It seems like I can't wait to see what's going to happen in the next couple of Dynamites there in AEW. And yeah, that's it for the show, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for listening to me, Dukect. Peace and love. I will see y'all when I see y'all later.